Hello, loves. Elizabeth here, and I'm joined with little one today, and we'll see how long she lasts. So she likes the topic. So this month we're talking about creating, what we want to create, and in particular, what we're called to, each of us individually, to create now and next. And I get really excited about this. In the past, I would get nervous about this because in the past, it felt to me like when I was asked to create something, it felt to me like everything I was asked to create, either I would have to be paid for or I would have to be acknowledged for, right? It was like this, you're doing it for this outside accolades, you're doing it for an outside, so you can pay your bills. That's not what we're talking about today. Right now, in this community, I want to talk about creating because we're called to, creating because we had an inspiration, we had an intuition, we had something, an idea come through us, and our being, right, is called to experience something in this world now and next. And so what we're talking about is creating for the sake of creating, right? Not for the final product, not for what will happen after it's done, but for who we become and what we learn about and experience during the process of creating. And if you haven't read Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic, I recommend it. I think she writes beautifully about creativity and how it used to be about suffering and how now it can be about basically uncovering the treasures within us, but in a pleasurable way, in an enjoyable way, in a fun way. And so next month we'll talk about if you want to share how it ripples out, because that's a whole other thing with the ego, right? But for this month, I just want to feel into what do you want to create right now? What is called for you now and next to come through, to have fun? It could be anything from you want to create beautiful dinners, you want to create deeper friendships, you want to create experiences where you feel like your mind is opened up, you want to create paintings, right? So again, there's the obvious kind of physical creations, which if you're called for that, then beautiful, yes. And then there's the experiences. One of the things I'm called to co-create more is I really desire to co-create create some beautiful evenings. Like my weeknights, I realize I have these days that I love full of my work and I'm so lit up, and then I get to the evening and it's like I almost don't know what to do with myself because how I used to spend my weeknights doesn't feel good anymore. So again, I'm desiring to create and be open to some beautiful, restorative, fun nights. And weeknight. So that's part of it. I also desire to create some beautiful meals, like just to be with the food, there's something really meditative about the chopping and the putting it together and the colors. And again, you make it not for something 6 months from now, but for that moment of nourishment. And so what do you want to create? What are you called to create? And please share with us. And again, if it feels very private, like something that's just hatching and you aren't comfortable sharing it in a group, you can always email me at elizabeth@elizabethjohnson.net and let me know. But also sometimes just to put it out. Again, we don't know why we're creating. We're not putting anything on the outcome of the creation, but we're making space for the listening and then for allowing us to start to weave in and put some time, some energy, some space in our world around this creation. Again, not for what we will make, but for what we will experience and who we will become. And then what we make ends up again being kind of like the added bonus, the cherry on top at the end. So as always, it's wonderful being with you. If you would love to or like to receive emails and just updates from me, you can head on over to elizabethjohnson.net and subscribe for the free newsletter. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel here. And as always, let me know, what do you want to create? Let's create. It's a really cool, it feels like, again, in this month of February, we're planting some seeds, we're starting these creations that will start to sprout in the spring. So much love to you, so much support around anything that is wanting to come through you, and wishing you beautiful, creative times in the next month. Talk to you soon. Bye.